Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's take a look at problem 6. Problem 6 wants us to find the area of a kite. And they tell us that there's two types of kites. There's a convex kite, which is the type of kite we typically think of. But then there's also a concave kite. And so we have two equal sides and then another pair of two equal sides. But the equal sides like go in as opposed to going out. And so this kind of looks like an arrowhead. At least I think so. So we have like the regular looking kite and then this arrowhead type of kite. Okay, so let's take a look at the convex kite. Well, this is very similar to problems that we've solved before. And so we take our quadrilateral, draw a diagonal, and that splits it into two triangles that we can find the area of. So let's look at this bottom triangle. We have a side, an angle, and a side, side angle, side, two sides with the included angle. That's our new formula. So we're going to take 1/2 times side A times side C times the sine of the included angle, which is 20 degrees. So we plug in the numbers and we get that the area of this bottom triangle is 8.8652 square yards. Okay, that takes care of the bottom triangle. Now let's look at the top triangle. Well, the top triangle, we just know two sides. We're not lucky enough to know any of the angles. So what we've done before in previous problems is we've found the length of this diagonal. And then we would know all three sides. So in order to find the length of the diagonal, we need to look at this bottom problem or triangle. And so we have a side, an angle, and a side, and we want to find the third side. Well, that's our law of cosines. So I plugged in the numbers and found that the length of the diagonal is 2.5005 and so on. So that would be side D in the big triangle, but if we look at the little triangle, that would actually be side B. So that's why I put that it's equal to B. Okay, so now we know all three sides. So we can use Hero's formula, or we could find one of the angles and then use our new formula. But I chose to use Hero's formula. So I added up the three sides, divided by 2, and found S. And so the area is S times S minus the first side times S minus the second side times S minus the third side. And I plug that into my calculator and I find 5.9235 square yards. Okay, so that's the area of the top triangle. We know the area of the bottom triangle, so we need to add them up. So 8.8 and so on plus 5.9 and so on is equal to 14.7887 square units. Okay, so that takes care of the convex kite. So let's look at the concave kite. Well, if we look at this triangle with the 7.2, 7.2, and then the diagonal. Well, this diagonal is going to be the same length because we have the same angle here. And so this big triangle would have an area of 8.8 and so on. But then if we look at this little triangle, we have 4.9, 4.9. This would still be the same side, the 2.5005. So this little triangle would have the same area that we found over here, so the 5.9 number. So to find the area of this kite, or the arrowhead shape, we would take the area of the big triangle and subtract the area of the little triangle. So 8.8 number minus 5.9 number is 2.9416, and so on, square units. Whew, that takes care of problem 6. So if we look at problem 7, problem 7 is a review from chapter 9, where we were talking about solving a system of equations. So take a look at what you have, come up with 2 equations, and then solve the system of equations. Okay, so there's my hint. Please do number 7 and come on back.